Why are you ladies still shocked that this is how men are? I am so tired of you ladies not understanding. Men are dangerous.
Oh, so fabulous. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Once again, it's your girl Dumebi. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe, and if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome back. How are we all doing today? So today's video is something you guys have probably already seen, because the story was so shocking, and the amount of, in quote, foolery this man was dishing out and the things he was saying, the video just had to go viral. So I've been seeing people talking about the man with the 7 baby mamas everywhere, and you guys, I just had to go and search for this video because we need to talk. Okay, so first of all, before we get into it, my usual disclaimer: this video is strictly for educational purposes. Please do not search out the people that I talk about in this video. Do not send them any form of threats, hate comment, hate speech, violence. This channel does not support any of that. So before we go further in, I'm just going to play the man's video.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live, telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat, because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yet not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied, because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a fuck what nobody think about it. You're not gonna force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out, because I'm not the one that gonna have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're going to be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body, and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this shit and be like, black man this, black man that, I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
So yeah, there's just a lot to unpack with everything that he said. What is shocking to me is the fact that someone like that was comfortable enough to come on social media and make this video, because I'm thinking, like, for you to come out and be saying this thing with your full chest, it means you have no iota of shame, no remorse, and isn't that you like exposing yourself, snitching on yourself? Because now the possibility of you being reported is very high, and you are probably going to be made to take care of those 7 kids that you're not interested in being in their lives. Like, you're snitching on yourself. Did you think it through? Anyway, before I just keep rambling on, let me play some stitches and commentary by people on what they had to say about what he said, and then we'll come back and have a conversation.
I'm not the one that gonna have to carry a baby for 9 months.
Okay, no, but can we talk about this one, y'all? Because I'm pretty sure I lost quite a few brain cells watching this here video. And let's be clear, every adult involved here is dead ass wrong. Oh my goodness. Choosing to carry out a pregnancy by a male who has very clearly said that he wanted no parts in said pregnancy or raising that child, and then having said child and the person who made it clear they didn't want to be involved is delusional. Potentially procreating with a male who views reproduction as women's responsibility solely. Baby, turn it on. And at that same time, being a male with this kind of mentality, you dead ass wrong. How you that adamant about not wanting to have kids, but you don't have a nary vasectomy? You're not trying to raise nobody kids, but you also ain't trying to prevent having said kids either on your own accord. You look down and speak poorly on the women that had your babies, but these are women that you slept with in order for them to have your babies. And to believe that you're right for having this mindset is the worst part of it all.
They want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want.
Is this trolling? Yo, nah. You get that argument maybe if you did it 1 or 2 times, you know what I'm saying? You went in a little raw, you was, not, judgment wasn't the best, and then, something happens. But you do it 7 times? Nah. More than 7 times. You did it multiple times. You just paid for a bunch of abortions. How many abortions you paid for? Nah, you don't get this argument. You are an embarrassment. You more than a deadbeat. You are an embarrassment.
That I do not want to be a father to these children.
Now, this is coming from a woman that has 2 children by 2 different men. And they both wanted their kids. But I think that it is wild for a woman to reveal to a man that she is expecting, and that man tell her that he does not want to be a father, yet she continues to go through the process of growing that child with the expectation that he is going to change his mind once the child arrives. It's demented. It's already risky having a baby by a man who wants them, let alone somebody who is blatantly open and honest about them not wanting to be there. Now, if you want to utilize child support, then that is your right. But he's still not obligated to be there for that child physically. And there's really nothing that you can do about it. But to scream to the top of your lungs how much of a deadbeat that man is, knowing that he told you that shit to begin with, speaks volumes on your decision making. And because both of you guys were being reckless, I don't feel bad about what happens to either one of you, but more so about how these kids are going to be affected. And if you can watch this entire video and see how he speaks about these women and his children, and you still go through this same type of situation, oh, baby, you on your own. It is what it is, because I don't have no empathy. You get what you get. Peace.
To be responsible for some children I told them I did not want.
Wow. There is a lot to unpack here. I agree with the idea that if you tell a woman that you have zero intentions of raising the child that she's pregnant with, that it would be unwise of her to continue with the pregnancy or expect help from you once the baby is here. However, not only does this man lack accountability, lack empathy, but he is just blatantly misogynistic throughout this entire video. What do you mean you don't know what a vasectomy is, even though you've been active for God knows how long? What do you mean you don't like to wear condoms, so it's on the woman to make you wear one even though you have zero intentions of pulling out or being a father? When a woman takes a plan B or gets an abortion, that is a last resort, not to mention quite traumatic. And refusing to do your part when it comes to contraception, even though you're this adamant about not being a father, is delusional. But I think my favorite part of this video, and by favorite I mean the part that made me want to put my head through a wall, is when you slut-shamed the women you slept with along with the mothers of your children. Women used to respect themselves. Women shouldn't just be sharing their body with anybody. Then why are you? And what makes your situation different? Oh, you just don't see women as people. Got it. I mean, you basically just admitted with your whole chest that you are the last man on earth that deserves, and any woman who gives it to you is beyond stupid. Weird flex, but okay. Well, I hope they follow your advice, and thank you for telling the world who you are and reminding women that men like you exist and that they aren't rare.
He's the type of woman that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body, and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them?
They always try to find a way to make it the woman's fault. Like, yo, I get it. Consenting to have an unprotected for someone is not the same as consenting to having a baby with someone, especially an unwanted child, and both of y'all were being irresponsible in that moment. However, my guy, in the process of making 7 babies' mothers, did you not realize that there are just people out there that for whatever reason will not want to terminate a pregnancy regardless of how despicable the father is and how much they don't want that child and don't want to be in that child's life? You talking about you got all this money to pay for these abortions, why not spend roughly the same cost one time, get yourself a vasectomy, and that way you're not leaving a wreck of chaos behind you when you're out there just trying to get it in or whatever. It's a lot cheaper than raising a kid, let alone 7. But you, my guy, are way more culpable than these women that you're trying to demonize in that video.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now for the past few days I've been...
Let's talk about it, ladies. Because first of all, bro, that was the most saddest shit I've ever watched. They're your kids. If you bring a kid into the world, then you know. And quote unquote, if you don't want to keep having kids, you don't want to support them, after 1 kid, you stop. You had 7. So basically, he's telling you you're good enough to lay with, but you're not good enough to take care of. You have a baby. This is the type of man I keep telling y'all who show y'all worth and y'all value. Y'all only worth to lay up with. But if y'all have a baby, they're basically telling you you're going to be there by your own to take care of that baby. I want you to know, bro, this is an ill man's take. And the crazy thing is, you're going to miss out on them kids' life. But don't come around if they become famous or something because you wasn't there. Remember that same energy. You didn't want them. That shit's sad.
I have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children?
As much as I know I agree with almost everything where this guy talk, but you see this small place where I stitch out, he say he no get love for you. How you say me he take love children when one come out for inside your toto? You dey see, men like this is how they think. See, many of you women live with a man like this. When they're angry with you, they're angry with the children. They're happy with you, they're happy with the children. They're fighting with you, you see how they behave around the children. My dear, keep making excuses for your bloody self. Say you're there because of your children. The love starts from you. Anybody will not love you, not feel love your pikin. You dey say so because you like it or not. Men they feel say na pikin na our own because now our belly for the grow hand and leg and ear and everything form. They think it's yours. That's why men like this go leave pikin for you or leave pikin for you. Just no care. They feel say that your belly for grow now your pikin not be their own. You understand me? You have to be careful. I can tell you 85% of some African men were stupid agree with this their headquarter man. They agree 100, in fact 95% agree with this man. This is exactly what they are thinking. They cannot express themselves. Their CEO is out to help them express it.
Could have pulled out, but I didn't.
Is my mic on? The real baddie checking in. Now I want to be clear. Anytime y'all hear me referring to a man as spicy or sassy, know that this is the type of man that I'm talking about, right? It's not because I think he's gay. It's because he's acting like a what? A bitch. Because I can bet good earned money that this man hated all 7 of these women. This is why he can have unprotected with these women and not care if they have to go through traumatic experiences like abortions, because abortions are traumatic experiences. So many people were in the comments justifying this man's actions because he said this, he said that, he told them this. Baby, actions speak louder than words. So for somebody who says they don't want children to now have a plethora of them, baby, the math ain't mathing. What be so funny to me is this archetype of a man typically grows up with a single mother. Your trauma is supposed to turn you into the person you needed. not for you to become the person who left you and hurt you. But since so many of us don't take the time to heal ourselves and know ourselves, we go through life perpetuating the same trauma and pain. And baby, if you don't think that man is going to pay for that simply because he said this, he told them that, baby, think again. Because now he will have 7 other human beings walking around this bitch whose lives will be affected because of the choice he made not to be a part of their life. But this type of man is typically so bitch made. I hate to say it that way, but it's true. That the first thing he does is compare himself to the woman. Well, I told you this. I said this. I said, baby, your karma has nothing to do with anybody else. Period. That's like me blaming somebody else for what I chose to do because of what they chose to do. I don't allow anybody else to change my morals, my ethics, and who I am, because now I am allowing them to change my karma. It's like they get off on flexing the fact that they can't have kids. It's like, well, bitch, I told you I didn't want them kids. Bitch, I told you go get an abortion. Girl, I'm outside. I'm at the club. I'm kicking it. It's a very dark feminine energy. Nothing about it is masculine. This is also why I tell the girls, baby, be careful with who you allow in your space and your energy, and especially in your body, because there are busters out there like this who are purposely going out of their way to hurt women. You cannot expect anybody to be more careful with your body than you are. You cannot expect anybody to love you more than you love yourself. I don't understand what it is about this day and age where sex is the only thing y'all think about. Y'all putting honey packets in the drink at the barbecue. Why are you 25 and you can't get it up? That don't make sense. Why are you 30 and you can't? Like, what's happening? And then all I heard was dirty peeing. Right? Because you obviously don't care about these women. Because if you did, you would at least be in their lives to take care of your kids. So you just told the whole world you had unprotected sex with 7 different random women. Take your ass to the clinic.
They ain't even had to do nothing for the bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body.
Let's just get the obvious out of the way. Yes, he's irresponsible, negligent, and trifling. Right? But now that we done cleared that out of the way, let's talk about the part that I stitched in the video, which is where he's talking about how y'all give up access to your body when they did nothing to deserve it. The way y'all don't pay attention to how observant men are and how judgmental men are, they judging you from the time they meet you. So when they know good and well they've done nothing to deserve you sleeping with them and you still do it, they absolutely ain't got no respect for you, because they know deep down in their heart they did not deserve for you to give them your most prized possession, which is your body, and you still did it. That shows them how low your self-esteem truly is. You do not think much of yourself, and that's exactly how they gonna treat you, because they see you don't think a lot of yourself. What he said was very harsh to hear, but if a man verbalized to you out of his mouth that he don't want no baby with you, you better believe him the first time. He don't want no baby with you. It's a reason why he said it. He is not going to change his mind. These type of men are absolutely horrible, but you really have to ask yourself, what type of woman does it take to lay down with a man like this, know that this man has gotten 6 women pregnant prior to her, and then she think to herself, I'm gonna sign up to be lucky number 7. We can play the blame game back and forth all day about who more responsible for getting somebody pregnant, the man or the woman. At the end of the day, a man can decide that he don't want nothing to do with you, pick up, leave, have nothing to do with you or that child. You need to take the most precautions. You, the woman, because you have the most to lose in this situation. You are the one that's going to have to take on the bulk of the responsibility if you get pregnant. I always make a joke saying a man got a better chance of winning the lottery than he do getting me pregnant. You know why? Because I'm in control of whether or not I get pregnant. So for y'all to continue to keep parading around here like it's an accident and like you had no control over getting pregnant, you absolutely did.
So you guys see a lot of people condemn what he said. A lot of people do not agree with him. But I'm going to tell you guys that there are definitely people who agree with him. If someone is bold enough to come and make that video, believe me, he's speaking on behalf of like 10 others or 100 others that are in the background but not bold enough to come and say it. This is just to let you guys know that a lot of people think like that. So we women have to be careful. So first of all, see, that man is the ambassador for the deadbeat dads. When he came out to make this video, what was he expecting to achieve? Was he expecting he and his other deadbeat dads to now meet up and form an association of the merry band of deadbeat dads? What was he really expecting? To be applauded or to be dragged? Or is he just looking for some form of clout? Because I see no reason why you would do something like that and come out and be proud enough to say it. So now, to really analyze the situation, you guys, I'm no relationship coach or anything, but one thing I'm going to say is this man is definitely the kind of man we need to avoid at all costs. And if there's anything good coming out of the fact that I came and made this video, is the fact that now we know what you look like. Now we know that when we see you coming, we're running the other way because you are no good, you are irresponsible, and you are shameless, and you have no empathy. That is the way that I see such a person. So now he's saying, I told them I didn't want any kids, and 7 of them went ahead and kept it. So first of all, he's definitely insinuating that there were more women that had been pregnant than that 7. Those 7 are those who actually went ahead to keep it, even after he told them that they should get an abortion, right? So you're sticking your thing in different women without protection. So apart from pregnancy, how about all these deadly diseases that are out there? You are careless. On the other end as well, you make it look like you have no role to play in avoiding a pregnancy. You refused to use protection. You didn't use a condom. You refused to withdraw. And then you feel like an abortion is the best route that you can take. Basically putting the whole responsibility at that point on the woman. The part that you could have done to avoid a pregnancy happening, you did not do that. So you are irresponsible. And when we're talking about the 2 people who participated in making these children not using protection, the women are equally to blame, because I see no reason why you would be opening up your body to somebody and not use protection in this 21st century, especially knowing that you're both not in a committed relationship, and especially knowing that you probably don't even know their health status. You went ahead and you did that. And another thing that this man obviously does not know is that abortion is not a form of birth control. At that point, the pregnancy is already there. I do not blame the women for refusing to abort those children, because abortion is no joke. A lot of people have different reasons for not wanting to abort a child. It might be personal reasons, it might be religious reasons, whatever reason. I do not blame them. As a matter of fact, I like the fact that they were able to keep those children, and the fact that they are playing both the role of the father and the mother. That takes a lot of guts. Being a single mom is hard. Where I actually fault the women is the fact that you're laying down with these men without properly vetting them. If you have properly vetted him, you would have known the kind of irresponsible loser he is. You would have asked the right questions. You would have probably known that he has kids. You would have known, is he in the life of these kids? Is he responsible for them? You would have known the kind of person he is, the kind of value he holds. This is actually why I'm against casual sex, because if you're going to be laying down and opening your body up to someone, it should be someone you know that you're in a committed relationship with, someone that is not going to abandon you to the whole single mother life alone, because it is hard. So that is actually where I fault this women, the fact that they did not vet this man. They went ahead and laid with him, but I do not fault them for not choosing to have an abortion. Then another thing is, has this man ever heard of vasectomy? But why don't you do that? Why are you being selfish enough to not take all the precautions that you possibly can, and you're putting it all up on the woman? If I were even doing business with somebody like that, or if I had any kind of interaction with someone like that, I'd beware of somebody like that, because it shows the kind of person he is, and that is how he's going to handle other things in his life. That is what I feel. He's very irresponsible, and he's very selfish, and he has no empathy. So it's not just going to be directed at just the baby mamas and the kids. He's going to carry that same attitude all through life. And again, you see the part that I talk about having empathy? I said this man has no empathy, because knowing that there are children out there who carry his DNA, who have his blood flowing through their veins, and he's still able to lock up his conscience with his full chest and be like, I still don't want to be there for these children, physically, financially, mentally. I don't want to be a father. That shows the lack of empathy. Because I know a guy who is taking care of his child right now, but that he had with a baby mama, and that child was conceived out of grape without the G. He was drugged by his girlfriend because he wanted to break up the relationship, and then she did it on purpose so she could get pregnant for him and have him stop with her. So definitely the decision to make that child was not made by him, but then the child is here. But guess what? He is responsible for that child. He is taking care of that child. That is the empathy that I'm talking about. Shame on this man. The fact that he came out and made that video, oof, you have no shame. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. This whole deadbeat dad thing, leaving a lot of women as single mothers, struggling to take care of these kids. And these are the kind of men that give black men that shameful stereotype about being deadbeat dads. These are the kind of men. And also, it just needs to be said, women need to make better choices. Be very selective of who you let in your body, who you let into your life, because just that little moment of pleasure can cost you a lifetime of struggle. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well. Share with your friends and your family, and turn on notifications. That way YouTube is going to let you guys know whenever I have a new video up. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.